everybody, BionicDance here, and I'm sorry, you'll have to forgive my appearance. I just woke up, but I've had a thought that my head has just been burning with all night, and I need to get the thought out. So, yeah. Here's the thing. When I was talking about the whole babies are atheists thing, and defining what it means to be an atheist. And I would say that atheism is just not believing in a God, and that was it. And anyone who didn't believe in a God was an atheist. One of the objections I would get from people is, but you've made the term so broad that it's meaningless. It doesn't tell me anything about you. And the truth is that, no, it tells you one thing about me. I don't believe in a God. And that's really the point. When I describe myself to people, I don't say, I'm an atheist. I tell them I am a left-handed adopted multiracial lesbian atheist. Atheism is just one thing about me. It's not everything. You see, atheism is an attribute, not an identity. And it seems to me that a lot of people in the atheist community are hungry for identity. That what they really want is to be able to say in some way that they are waving the atheist flag, which I've said many times before. And that is what Atheism Plus is. Really. They are saying, I am an atheist. That's my identity. And the attributes of atheism are not believing in God, feminism, anti-misogyny, LGBT rights, all of that stuff. And that's not what atheism is. Atheism is not an identity. Atheism is an attribute. That attribute being non-belief in a deity. That's it. You see, a lot of people are after symmetry. They're saying that atheism has to be the equal and opposite of theism, because theism is an identity. If you say you're a Christian, that tells people a lot about you. That tells them about your morality, your tenets, your dogma, the rituals you do, what you're going to be doing on a certain day of the week, all of that stuff. And all atheism says is, I'm not that. That's not my identity. That's all atheism says. If you're an atheist, you have to find another identity. You have to find something else to identify with besides God belief. I mean, you can try to turn atheism into like a club of some sort. You can try to turn atheism into a community of some sort. And the only reason I know of to have an atheist community is self-defense against theists that would mistreat us. That's the only thing I can see where non-belief in a deity requires a community. And even then, that doesn't necessarily require an identity. I've been in fan clubs for various things. Whether it's some of you may have noticed I'm a bit of a sci-fi nerd. I've been in sci-fi fan clubs. I've been in role-playing game groups. I've been in a laser tag club where, seriously, every Sunday we go out in the woods and shoot at each other with invisible light, And even then, that was a community, but not really an identity. You can certainly identify with a racial group. You can identify with a fan club for, a sports team. I'm not really into sports that much, but you can do that. There are all sorts of ways to find an identity. And when you mush all those attributes together, well, like I said, I'm a left-handed adopted multiracial lesbian atheist. That's my identity. That's who I am. And if you're looking for a community, well, a lot of those things have communities built into them. But the Atheism Plus crowd is saying, no, we are atheists. That's our identity. And that's what I object to, because atheism is an attribute, not an identity. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble at this point, but I'm hoping people understand. I'm hoping people get the idea now that one of the reasons why this stuff is so important, why defining atheism is important, why babies being atheists is important, is to point out that atheism is just an attribute, not an identity. I don't know how many times I can say that, and I'm sure people are going to object, I'm sure people are going to argue, I'm sure people are going to roll their eyes and say another video about this shit, but come on. If you agree with me that Atheism Plus is a bad idea, that Atheism Plus misses the point, chances are good you agree with me about why. And if you agree with me about why Atheism Plus is a bad idea, chances are good you probably actually do agree with me that babies are atheists. Just saying. Because atheism is not an identity. And saying that people who have no God belief are atheists doesn't suddenly make them affiliated with something. You're just saying one thing about them, one attribute they possess. That's it. Until next time, fellow space travelers, this is BionicDance saying don't run on automatic. Instead, please, get enough sleep before making a video.
Please take the time to rate this video. And hey, if you dig what I do, subscribe. And please visit my Zazzle store, where you'll find all kinds of BionicDance merchandise. If you don't like what I'm saying, there's a good chance you're the reason I'm saying it.